In this video, we're showing you how to install Boost Auto's Lumastep M1, our one-of-a-kind light-up running boards for 2023 and newer Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon trucks. Lumastep M1 from Boost Auto is the next upgrade for your truck, built with premium components and constructed with 6000 series Aerospace grade aluminum. You won't just see Lumastep outshine the rest, you'll feel it too every step of the way. Light up the night with Lumastep, brightening up your path clear as day. Lumastep features premium lighting functions allowing full customization on your truck. Build your set out and put in your order on our website today. Get your Lumastep M1 running boards and step up your game. This procedure applies to 2023 and newer Crew Cab, Chevy Colorado, and GMC Canyon trucks. As always, to check fitment availability and to purchase this or any other product offered for your truck, go to boostauto.com. If this doesn't fit your specific truck, don't worry, we got a separate Boost Auto install video just for you. Your Lumastep M1 kit will come in two boxes, the running board kit and the hardware kit. The running board kit will contain your running boards with the integrated lights and modules. The kit will also contain the main driver and passenger side harnesses and supplementary parts depending on what you option for. You can either go with our simple plug-and-play adapter, which connects directly to your headlight harness to add lighting features to your boards, or use the hardwire adapter to tap to the wires at the headlight directly. If you option for rock light functionality, you can add on rock light harness that integrates with both our plug-and-play adapter and our hardwire adapter. The harness also comes with a switch that you can install anywhere on your dash. Adding rock light is a great way to ensure high visibility in the dark both while driving or parked. Be sure to add rock light when you're building out your running boards. Your hardware kit will contain the driver's side brackets and the passenger side brackets along with the bracket covers. The hardware kit will also contain all washers and fasteners needed for your installation. The same kit applies to all applications. As we progress through this install, we'll call out specific hardware used every step of the way. Here's a complete tool list for your reference. You can pause here to collect them, then let's proceed with the install. In this video, we're going to be using our shop lift to better show the procedure. The entirety of the procedure can easily be done on the ground. All the steps shown while on the lift will be the same as doing it on the ground. For this installation, the mounting procedure is the same on both sides of the truck. We'll start the installation on the passenger side. Here are your mounting points for your truck. You have the one closest to the front, the second near the middle of the truck, followed by a third mounting point located near the rear of the truck. Starting at the first mounting point near the front of the truck, remove these two rubber grommets located at the bottom of the body panel above the pinch wheel. Slide on a clip-on nut at each of the 2 points where you remove the grommets from. Go ahead and grab any of the 6 identical mounting brackets and mount it at the first mounting point near the front of the truck. Insert a 13mm hex bolt with a flat and lock washer on it through the mounting brackets and the hole on the clip-on nut at the bottom portion of the mounting bracket. Then do the same for the top part of the mounting bracket. Then tighten down the hardware, but hold off on tightening down all the way as we'll be doing further adjustments down the line. Next, move on to the second mounting location located at the middle of the truck. The bracket will go exactly like the first. Then repeat the same steps. Next, move on the third and final mounting point located at the rear of the truck. The mounting procedure for this is the exact same as the first two. With all the passenger side brackets on, proceed to mounting the driver's side bracket. The installation on the driver's side is the same as the passenger side. With all mounting brackets successfully installed, we can go ahead with installing the bracket covers to the brackets. Line up each cover so its center lines up with the running board mounting bracket. Once the bracket covers are aligned, proceed with installing the push clips. Install the bracket covers on the other mounting brackets on the passenger side in the same way. Then repeat on the driver's side of the truck. Now we're ready to mount the Lumastep M1 running boards to the brackets. Make sure you're mounting the correct running board on each side. The Lumastep M1 plate as well as the integrated module on each board should face towards the front of the truck. Here we're showing the steps on the driver's side. Before mounting, flip your board over. Install 6 T-bolts to the board, 3 on each track. Align the T-bolts roughly to the position of the brackets, then drop your running board onto the brackets. Go ahead and guide all the T-bolts through the holes on the brackets. Then secure each bolt with a flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut. Use a 10mm socket to thread in the nut further, though hold off on tightening completely for now. At this time, you can slide your board forward or backward to your desired preference. Once you have your board where you want it, fasten everything down. Perform the same steps on the driver's side. Ensure the board is aligned with the passenger side board before securing all the fasteners down. With everything installed, we can move on to routing the wiring harnesses to our Lumastep M1 running boards. Start by opening the hood. Disconnect the battery located on the passenger side by removing the negative terminal. Your truck may also have a secondary auxiliary battery as well. If it does, go ahead and disconnect the auxiliary battery at this time too. Start on the passenger side. Make sure to use the main harness with the power and ground terminals on this side. Tape the 2 connectors going to the running board modules to a flattened out coat hanger or a strained out metal piece. Route the harness along the passenger side firewall and fender liner to the running board. When routing, ensure the harness is away from any heat or moving components. Once the strained out metal piece pokes out through the bottom of the driver's side fender, proceed with pulling the harness through. Remove the tape from the connectors and plug them both into the running board module. The connectors are different sizes and will go to the corresponding slots on the module. Be sure to secure the harness out of sight. In the same way, route the driver's side main harness. The end with the 2 black connectors will go to the running board, and the end with the black receiving connector will go to the driver's side headlight. Finally, feed the black receiving connector on the running board harness down into the headlamp area on both sides of the truck. Your headlight will be configured in one of 2 different variations based on whether you have a GMC Canyon or a Chevy Colorado, and so your wiring will also be different. We'll break them down one at a time for you. If you have a Chevy Colorado, please skip ahead to the next section. The connector is located behind each headlight. To disconnect, start by pulling back on the red locking tab. Then you can simply pull out the connector from its housing. If you have a GMC Canyon, we'll be using this 12-pin headlight connector. For GMC Canyon trucks, you can either go with our simple plug-and-play adapter, which connects directly to your headlight harness to add lighting features to your boards, or use our hardwire adapter to tap to the wires at the headlight directly. We'll first show you how to install the plug-and-play adapter that you can option with your running boards on the GMC Canyons. If you option for the hardwire adapter for your GMC Canyon, please skip ahead to the next section. We'll first show you how to install the plug-and-play adapter that you can option with your running boards on the GMC Canyons. For plug-and-play installation, please follow these next steps. Starting on the passenger side of the truck with the headlight connector removed, insert the plug-and-play adapter into the connector. Then attach the black receiving connector to the headlight connector attached to your plug-and-play adapter. Once that's connected, install the other end of the plug-and-play adapter to the headlight housing. On the driver's side, install the plug-and-play adapter in the same way. If you purchased our hardwire adapter, here's a breakdown of that. The red and yellow wire with a quick disconnect is to attach to the turn signal wire on your headlight connector. Turn signal will come standard for all running boards. The blue wire with a quick disconnect is for enabling running light if you option for it. If you did not option for running light, this wire will not be active. You can simply tape the disconnect out of the way. The white wire with the butt connector is for rock light if you option for it. If you did not option for rock light, this wire will not be active, so be sure to tape the butt connector out of the way. Simply tapping the wires on the headlight connector for optional applications will not enable those features. The only wires active on your hardwire adapter will be the ones you option for when you purchased your running boards. Again, check out all the available lighting options on our website or reach out to our support team with any questions. If you option for a hardwire adapter for your GMC Canyon, please follow these next steps. The headlight connector on this truck is a 12-pin connector. Starting on the passenger side of the truck with the connector removed, be sure to cut back some of the tape so you can tap further up on the wire. Start by tapping to pin 7 for turn signal. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 7 is located on the bottom row all the way to the left. Use the provided red T-tab and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the red and yellow wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the T-tab here. Next, if you option for running light, tap to pin 6. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 6 is located on the top row all the way on the right. Use the provided red T-tab and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the blue wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the T-tab here. Next, we'll take the black connector on the hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. Once done, go ahead and install the connector back to the headlight housing. Then move over to the driver's side and gain access to the headlight connector in the same way. Tapping on the driver's side is the same as the passenger side. Go ahead and follow the same steps just like the passenger side of the truck. If you have a Chevy Colorado, we'll be using this 3-pin park light connector. The connector is located right behind the headlight. To disconnect, start by pulling back on the red locking tab. Push the connector out of its housing. Once removed from its housing, go ahead and remove the connector shield. Start by tapping to pin 1 for turn signal. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 1 is located all the way on the left. Be sure to cut back some of the tape so you can tap further up on the wire. Use the provided red T-tab and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the red and yellow wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the T-tab here. Next, if you option for running light, tap to pin 2. Looking at the wire end of the connector with the connector tab on top, pin 2 is located in the middle of the 3 pins. Use the provided red T-tabs and press until it clicks in place. Go ahead and take the blue wire from your hardwire adapter and connect it to the T-tab here. Next, we'll take the black connector on the hardwire adapter and connect it to the black receiving connector from the main harness. Reconnect the connector shield. Once done, go ahead and reinstall the connector back to the headlight housing. Then move over to the driver's side and gain access to the headlight connector in the same way. Tapping on the driver's side is the same as the passenger side. Once your main harness is connected at the headlight, you can now take the white 2-pin pass-through connector on the driver's side and connect it to the white 2-pin connector on the passenger side. The rock light function overrides any existing function when activated and outputs a solid white light. This will remain on until you switch it off. It cannot be overridden by functions such as turn signal or running light. If you did not option for rock light, you can skip to the next section. If you did option for rock light but did not purchase our rock light harness, you will simply need to run a 12-volt power feed to the white wire on the plug-and-play or hardwire adapter. If you have an existing rock light or auxiliary switch, you can use that or any 12-volt trigger will do. If you did option for our rock light harness, follow these next steps. Your harness will have the power terminal, 2 long white wires that will go to the headlight, and your switch. Regardless of whether you have our plug-and-play adapter or our hardwire adapter, the white wire from the rock light harness will connect to the white wire with the buck connector. You may want to have your headlight connector disconnected to have better access to your plug-and-play adapter or hardwire adapter. Connect the white wire from the rock light harness to the white wire on your adapter. Once done, go ahead and install the connector back to the headlight housing. Then pass the other white wire to the driver's side and repeat the steps on the driver's side of the truck. Pass the red and white wires from the rock light switch to the inside of the cab. Tape the red and white rock light wires to the straightened out metal piece. Then guide the metal piece through the firewall to the inside of the cab. Inside the cab, continue to pull the wires through. Locate a suitable spot for the rock light switch and drill a hole into the dash. Once the hole is drilled, install the rock light switch. Be sure to connect the white wire to slot 1 and the red wire to slot 2. Let's continue by connecting our main harnesses to power and ground. At your battery located on the passenger side, flip open the 2 battery covers. Unscrew the nut at the positive terminal. Then connect the red power wire here. If you option for rock light, the power wire from that harness will also connect here. Secure with the previously removed nut. Put the 2 battery covers back in place. Then, at the negative terminal of the battery, reconnect the cable. The terminal itself will have a secondary stud. Simply remove this nut and install the eyelet and secure it in place with the previously removed nut. Once everything is connected, test to make sure the running boards are operational. Finally, secure and tuck any excess wire to the truck out of the way of any heat and moving components. Congrats on completing your install. Boost Auto's Lumastep M1 light-up running boards can be purchased on our website at boostauto.com. Boost Auto also offers a wide range of parts and accessories for your truck or SUV. To stay up to date on product releases and more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's all for now. Catch you in the next one.